Ahoy, and welcome to St. Lucia. She's a year-round sun destination and also perfect for sailing in on the high seas with a fantastic year-round sailing calendar. And she's also home to the Atlantic Rally for Cruisers for well over 30 years. If this is your maiden voyage, maybe you're just thinking of having a fantastic sail away for your entire family, St. Lucia is the right choice. And we have some fantastic experts today who are going to help you to navigate the waters and show you all the luxurious, all the delicious options. And we have some of the world's best rums as well. So, stay with us. We have some great experts. Welcome to Sailing in St. Lucia. Bonjour, bienvenidos. Hello. We are so delighted. You are in St. Lucia. And let me tell you, there is a time to escape the crowd and set sail on the high seas. We're so delighted to have you with us. As we say in St. Lucia, you know by now, sacafet. It's a question. Come on, tell me the answer. You know it. It's muela. Muela. Now make sure you know we're live in the chat, so make sure you're letting us know exactly where you're joining us from. And we have some excellent experts for you to meet today, and they're live on the chat, ready to take your concerns, your questions, and if you're planning that fabulous getaway for you, someone special, maybe it's your entire family. Maybe you've been thinking of doing the Atlantic Rally for Cruisers, which crosses the Atlantic and into St. Lucia. Regardless, we have some great options. We're so excited to have you. Make sure you're going right down below and subscribing to our YouTube channel, Travel St. Lucia, and make sure you're hitting that notification bell so that you can get the updates whenever we post brand new content. Let me tell you, we've learned one thing over the last few years, and it is that life is to be lived and lived very well. So why not come over and join us in St. Lucia. Again, tell us where you're joining us from today, and we're really excited. We're going to start out in the north of the island, and we're going to introduce you to all that she has, whether it's your maiden voyage or this is your umpteenth sail to St. Lucia. We have some excellent world-class marinas and an excellent cadre of professionals to make your experience here with us in the Caribbean all that it needs to be. So let's fly over Rodney Bay now, because many of you, if you're joining us in St. Lucia, you will more than likely be sailing into Rodney Bay initially. So here we are. Let's take a quick sail over, or I should say a flyover. Let's do a flyover. It's a little more convenient for you to get that bird's eye view. So here we are. It really is our entertainment, dining, entertainment capital of St. Lucia, and it's fabulous. It's filled with historic sites such as the Pigeon Island National Landmark, which is over there in the distance. It wasn't always joined to the mainland. It was originally an island, but certainly we've actually done quite a bit to enhance it, but it's certainly available for you if you're coming to see us anytime soon in St. Lucia. And we're going to head out now to Radway Beach. There are some fabulous beaches in this area, actually all the way across from Pigeon Island, coming all the way across to what is at the center of your screen now, Radway Beach. And you are actually we just missed the entrance to one of our fabulous marinas on property. Not to worry, we're taking you there, and you're going to meet some of the fantastic people that you would encounter at the IGY Rodney Bay Marina. But let's continue along. This is Radway Beach, and there are some really great accommodations along here. And as I mentioned to you before, great dining options. And the St. Lucia Hospitality and Tourism Association, they actually have a lovely dine around program. And so no matter where you're staying in the area, you can certainly go out and explore responsibly, but explore the dining options that are available. So, okay, so here we are. That's Radwy Beach. You're seeing a couple of our hotels, but today we always talk about our hotels, right? We're keeping the script to our maritime industry. So, follow me along this road now. All right, you see the car coming down the road? Here we go. And so there are some really wonderful nightclubs. So if you're the type of person that enjoys a fabulous bar hop, a karaoke, I mean, I know these things are fabulous for the sailing public, and there are some really great restaurants, and we're going to go through some of them, but you can certainly dine around the globe here in Rodney Bay. Now, that very large mall is one of two in the area, and certainly it houses our casino. You also find our Indian restaurant across that Spice of India. Across from there, you will have Big Chef, Little Chef, and right by the water there is where you have Little Chef. So you get a really nice view while you're dining out on their deck. Kibi's Sports Bar and Grill is there as well. And then that's the second of the two malls I was mentioning. And here we are now making that circle around to come back into the marina via the lagoon that's there. And these are condominiums. You might be wondering, these are private homes generally. There are a few villas as well. But at the end of the day, many of these are condominiums and private homes. All right. And that is the IGY Rodney Bay Marina in the distance. Let me tell you, I just wanted to lay the foundation a little bit for you. And the best part about today is, sailing is something that you do with a crew. It's not a solo sport. And so therefore, I do have some really expert help today, and I'll be introducing you to our co-host very, very shortly. But first, let's take a look at or did you know for today. We're so excited to have you with us. Thank you so much for joining us. Again, remember to drop in the comments where you're from and what you're curious about. All right. So did you know that St. Lucia sits in both the Atlantic Ocean and the Caribbean Sea? St. Lucia has that wonderful distinction of being kissed by both these bodies of water. And here you are. Those are the nautical coordinates for St. Lucia. Now, I have to tell you, let's move on to share with you that St. Lucia does offer, and here we are in the Eastern Caribbean, just to give you a really quick geography lesson here. We're in the Eastern Caribbean, and so for those of you that want to explore the Southern Caribbean, we are definitely the gateway to that, and there's some fabulous sailing opportunities that are going to knock your socks off. Now, for those folks that are, here we are, and we'll basically show you that the Caribbean Sea is on our west coast. And so while we have a lot of anchorages that are quite secure, because those waters of the Caribbean are quite calm, we will be focusing on three of our main anchorages today. But I want to move on and share with you that we do have some excellent airlift opportunities. So if you're in the United Kingdom, let me just share with you that British Airways from later on this month, we're expecting to increase frequency to 3 times weekly, and that's out of London Gatwick. And then certainly that's Mondays, Fridays, and Sundays, and also out of Heathrow, a weekly service as well. So that's very, very exciting. If you fly TUI, then certainly London Gatwick, we have a weekly Friday service. In the fall, we're expecting our Canadian airlift to return, and we will certainly keep you updated with that. And then certainly out of the United States, there are some really great opportunities for you to connect through major cities such as Charlotte, New York, there is Miami, there is Atlanta as well. So let's move on. And the reason I'm sharing this with you is because if you were to fly, let's say, for instance, for French sailors, it is very, very convenient to fly over to Martinique. Sometimes those fares are a little better. Then they certainly can head over. Let's move on. Can certainly head over to us in St. Lucia vis-a-vis our ferry service, which resumes later on this month. So really easy for you to connect to St. Lucia if you're picking up a yacht or if it is that you have some work to be done. And we certainly will share with you those options a little bit later on. So I think it is time. Well, let me share with you. We do have a lovely infographic that we've created for you, and don't worry, it will be in the link for download. And here is just a snapshot of it. It actually continues quite a way down. So you have all these details at your fingertips, and really, really a good tool for all our sailors. So listen, it is now time for us to welcome our guest. This is my co-host for today, and he wears two hats. So we're going to start with the first hat. He is the lead, the representative on the board of the St. Lucia Hospitality and Tourism Association, specifically for the yachting and maritime sector. His name is Sean DeVoe. Sean, how you doing, man? Welcome.
Thank you, Richard. Thanks for the big welcome, and it's a pleasure to be here with you, as always. And good day to all of our viewers around the world.
Brilliant. So talk to me, Sean. What do sailors really, really want? And how do we stack up as a destination?
Well, I think Andrew hit on it earlier on, talking about the Arc, and St. Lucia as a destination is quite uniquely located. 27 miles to the north, we have Martinique, so you can get a little taste of France. 27 miles to the south, we have the Grenadines, which is pristine blue waters, crystal clear sailing, stuff like that. And in between that, we have the beautiful Pitons. Personally, there's absolutely nothing nicer than waking up in the morning on the back of a boat, having a cup of coffee and looking up any one of those peaks. So I think St. Lucia has the niche there. Obviously, being from St. Lucia, I have a slight bias, but it's an absolute pleasure to be part of the yachting fraternity here in St. Lucia and offer up what we have. Our hospitality, our flights coming into St. Lucia, the safety, security, the services that we here at Rodney Bay offer, the safety and security that Marigo offers along with their services, and what St. Lucia has in general, which we will explore later on in the program.
Yes, we will. How long have you been in the maritime sector? I know you look like you just left college, so I want to establish that.
It's been over 12 years within the yachting sector of St. Lucia. It's always been a passion of mine from a very early age. And I was fortunate to return from university and start off in St. Lucia within that industry, and then join the Hospitality Association as their director, and then on to IGY, which I still am present, as you said earlier on, wearing both those hats today. So they may interchange a bit, but it's all for the benefit of the viewers and the destination to show off what we have and what we can offer.
I'm glad you said that, but we're going to keep you in line. We have you here to talk about the destination, but don't worry, that was an excellent segue. Let's now go to your baby, which is you are the general manager of the IGY Rodney Bay Marina. And Sean, by the way, folks, has done a lovely tour for you, which we're going to present to you right now. Let's take a look at that. But first, here we are, just to give you that geography, right, Sean? In the north of the island.
Yes, we're located in the northwest corner of St. Lucia.
Yeah. Brilliant. And you can see you enter through. You can see the entrance there right in the center. Perfect. All right, let's go in and take a look at IGY Rodney Bay Marina.
My name is Sean DeVoe. I'm the general manager of the Rodney Bay Marina. And as we go through this episode, you will see different amenities that the facility has to offer. You will meet some of the staff, and we'll be able to answer any of your questions that you have about returning to St. Lucia, entering St. Lucia now with the COVID protocols, and what we have to offer here as a marine facility.
See the penguins jumping off the wide ice floe.
This marina is 253 slips. We have 32 slips for mega yachts, and the balance are for transient vessels. We cater to as big as 265 foot and as small as a rubber dinghy or anything that you can make that is smaller. We have the only sushi restaurant on island. We have a pizzeria. We have Thai, Cafe Ole, our longest standing food and beverage tenant. And we are happy to say that these are for the healthy-hearted, where you can get your smoothies, paninis, salads, and everything else. Welcome to Sea Salt Cafe here at Rodney Bay Marina. As I mentioned earlier, the choices of food and beverage here are vast, and here is just another one of these opportunities at Sea Salt Cafe. The menu is extensive for local cuisine. Sea Salt Cafe has the best crab backs that I know of on island, and if you wish to dine inside in air-conditioned comfort or outside in the open air alongside the marina, you can have that choice here at Sea Salt Cafe, along with some of the best cocktails handmade as soon as you arrive. Cheers to Sea Salt and Rodney Bay Marina. Welcome to the marketplace here in Rodney Bay Marina, where you can get all of your provisioning done. As you can see, we have a variety of local rums and products here, as well as your selection of wines and champagnes and everything else. So the marketplace here is our provisioning unit, and if you are unable to find it here, they will source it for you. So feel free, come in. We also have duty free available here at the marketplace for all wines and liquors and everything else. And we also have La Mesa. Can I get the chicken skewers with Yukon fries and the spicy mayo, please? Yeah. Thank you. The best on island. This is Corner Cafe and Boutique, one of our newest tenants here in Rodney Bay Marina. As you can see, you can get some delicacies here fresh, or you can get handmade jewelry, footwear, clothing. You can get fragrances from all different types, styles, and they've really added to the Rodney Bay, and again, what we have to offer, along, as I mentioned earlier on. We're proud to be partners with them, and we look forward to welcoming the Ark and continuing through this journey here at Rodney Bay. Elena's Ice Cream and Gelatos. Can I get a blueberry yogurt, please? Small cup, please. Yes. We are in Elena's Italian ice cream, thin crust pizzas, and homemade pastas. They're also open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, where I normally sneak away after lunch to get myself a dessert.
Hi, my name is Jiha John. I am here at Paper Designs at the IGY Rodney Bay Marina. I am proud to say that I'm the exclusive paper quilling artist here in St. Lucia, and it's a pleasure to be here.
So as you heard it from Jenny herself, right here at Rodney Bay Marina, as we said, it's a one-stop shop. You can get your paper designs here. You can also get flowers from Flower Shack. And again, like Rich Rose Sushi, this is the only one here on island at Rodney Bay Marina. So in one short walk from your boat, you'll be able to experience some of the best cuisines on island and from different parts of the world. Along with that, we have customs and immigration, which makes your check-in very easy. And then on to the marina office, where you can book anything from an hourly rate, if you're just dropping off, picking up, or checking into the island, all the way up to an annual rate. And some of us who have been here for more than 17 years. We're the only facility here in St. Lucia that offers both American and European power. So we have the 50 Hertz cycle, 220, and we have the 60 Hertz cycle, 110 power. On from that, a little walkway down the dock, you have the amenities of the pool, washrooms, garbage facilities, and everything else that one would need when arriving and or living on board. We're the only, very proud to say that we're the only facility in the Southern Caribbean with a waste management program. And when I say waste management, we do recycle here at the marina. Last year, pre-COVID, 2019, we had saved about 22 tons of landfill just by our recycling program. It really is a one-stop shop. The marina here houses, technicians, Regis Electronics. We have the duty-free chandlery, Island Water World. We have Rodney Bay Sail Loft, who can do your rigging and sail repairs. And we have the boatyard, which is a fully serviced boatyard. We always encourage clients and those arriving to let us do the work for them. And by that I mean, any questions you have, feel free to let us do it. If it's where do I rent a car, You can actually do it right here in the marina at 6-car rental. Can I buy duty-free fuel, duty-free liquor? Can I buy duty-free parts? Yes, you can. In St. Lucia, vessels that are not registered in St. Lucia, i.e. foreign registered vessels, are allowed to import repairable parts, whether it be sails, engines, materials of fiberglass resin. You can import those into St. Lucia at duty-free. We do have an in-house broker, again, who will be able to assist you in getting those parts delivered directly to your boat. And once you have those parts in hand, then we would be happy to recommend technicians from within and over at the yard to help you conduct those repairs. The ARC is the Atlantic Rally for Cruisers. This year we're expecting about 225 vessels to come to St. Lucia, and it's the finish line for the world-renowned World Cruising Club Atlantic Rally for Cruisers, which this year will be going into its 34th year. IGY, the government of St. Lucia obviously, and World Cruising Club have been working partners on this event. We've improved every year as it continues to grow, and it is really our staple for displaying what Rodney Bay Marina has to offer. We've been working very closely with the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Tourism, and thankfully I'm proud to stay here and say that we have not had to cancel the ARC event even last year, and we're now planning for this year under the new regulations.
It's time to talk about a real St. Lucian love affair. For well over 3 decades, this pilgrimage has been happening from Europe right into St. Lucia. And I'm very pleased to welcome the managing director of the World Cruising Club, Andrew Bishop, who joins us right now to talk about the Atlantic Rally for Cruisers. Andrew, you're like family. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Richard. It's a pleasure to be here with you today.
The pleasure is all ours. Now, Andrew, just tell us, what has the secret been to the success of ARC over these many years?
Well, the Atlantic Rally for Cruisers, which is more fondly known as the ARC, started in 1986 and was founded by Mr. Jimmy Cornell. He saw the opportunity of bringing together a group of boats that were transiting across the Atlantic at the particular time of year, getting ready to leave Europe as winter fell and arriving into the Caribbean for a Caribbean season. And he brought the boats together, and ever since then it's been an annual pilgrimage, growing in numbers year on year. The first 4 years didn't come to St. Lucia, but then in 1990 the ARC started arriving on the shores of St. Lucia and has been very happily arriving at what we call our home in the Caribbean ever since.
Fabulous. And now it's really become that global bucket list event on sailing calendars around the world. And you have teams from all over the world. Now, what do you consider to be the top highlights from your perspective, but also what do the skippers and their crew members tell you about participating in the ARC and crossing the Atlantic, making landfall into St. Lucia?
Well, Richard, as you say, it is a truly international event, and every year we have many nationalities represented, and this year alone on the ARC we have 28 different nationalities. So that's one of the things that really appeals to the participants, is that it's not dominated by one nationality. It's a multicultural event which brings together so many different people, but their one common love, of course, is sailing. And as you rightly say, it has become known as a bucket list event. So not only are people wanting to sail their own boats across the Atlantic, but there are many hundreds of people who are just looking for that experience of sailing the Atlantic. And so they go as crew on many different boats, whether it be with a private owner, with friends and family, or perhaps on one of the many charter boats that participate on the event. The highlight for many of them, of course, is actually making landfall in the Caribbean. All this planning and preparation for setting off, and perhaps the daunting part of it for many is the fact that it's such a long time at sea. Now, even when you sail down to the Canary Islands, we start the event from Las Palmas de Gran Canaria, and the distance down to there is not so much. It's about 1,000 miles from northern Europe, but then they've got the course of 2,700 miles. So for someone who's doing the Ark for the first time, that's one of the highlights, is the fact that they're going to be at sea for much longer than they've ever experienced before. They're going to be in a small confined space with their fellow crewmates for a long period of time, and they're going to get to know each other even better than they thought they knew each other before they left. But also, the sailing is amazing. Someone once quoted that they worked out that they're going to roll on the Atlantic crossing over 1 million times. The sea is on your starboard quarter, so you set course and the boat rolls slowly from side to side as you cross the Atlantic. It's a fantastic point of sailing, and it's unusual to have the wind in such a position for so many hundreds, in fact thousands of miles. So it's a truly great sailing experience, as well as a cultural experience of meeting all these different people, nationalities, and of course, as I've already mentioned, arriving in the Caribbean and in St. Lucia in particular has to be the highlight. When you see, after what is typically 18 to 20 days at sea for the majority of boats, you see the land starting to come up over the horizon. Even with today's modern technology, you know that you're in the right place, but even so, it's a fantastic sight. And you see the clouds over the land, you start to smell the smells of the Caribbean, and then it's just an amazing welcome that they get once they've crossed the finish line in Rodney Bay and come into the marina there. So many different experiences. At sea, the amazing sunsets, the wildlife, the dolphins playing around the bow. Sometimes they see whales, a lot of fishing going on. So many different stories from the people when they make landfall in St. Lucia.
Thank you. This is why we had to have you on, because you really paint that picture. And I think it all distills down like a wonderful bottle of rum. It distills down to the people that you meet when you sail. So I tell you what, we've prepared some testimonials for you from participants of the Ark. Let's take a look at that at this time.
My name is Marijke. I'm the captain of this ship. It's a catamaran, a Lagoon 52 called Great Circle. This is my husband, Mark.
Hi.
We are already sailing together for 4 years now on the lagoon. First totally to the north of Norway, above the Arctic Circle. And now we are ready for our first ocean crossing. And what we hope to see in St. Lucia is, of course, the beautiful nature, the food that we want to try. We want to dive or snorkel in the water world.
Hi, I'm Dan. This is Skylark of London, and we're doing the Ark, I think, for the 10th time. We're very much looking forward to getting in St. Lucia and doing the crossing. It's always an amazing welcome and a great place to visit. I think I'm looking forward to kiting over at Cassenbar, and I'm looking forward to some rum punch, maybe some nice tuna, and generally just the welcome that we get when we get there is just amazing.
See, St. Lucia becomes their home away from home, and a fantastic time as well. The end of the old year and ushering in a brand new year. Andrew, what are your expectations for the Ark in 2021?
One of the great things, Richard, is the fact that the Ark remains as popular as ever year on year, and typically now we have 200 boats in the Ark itself. But due to the continuing success of the Ark and and also to the unfortunate experiences of last year where not so many people were able to sail because of the pandemic. We've got a lot more people that want to cross to the Caribbean this winter. And so we've actually launched a new event called Arc January, which is going to sail across from Gran Canaria in early January, arriving in late January, early February. And we're delighted that we have an extra 55 boats in that event. So, we're looking forward to 2 full events arriving in St. Lucia. The boats are already beginning to leave Northern Europe to get down to Gran Canaria to continue with their preparations. And that's sometimes the thing that people don't appreciate is that you don't just leave home and suddenly find yourself sailing across the Atlantic. There's a lot of time and preparation for the boat and also for all the crew. And so we're really looking forward to the full event. We've got a great number of multi-hulls in the event, so that's catamarans predominantly. Of the ARC entries, we've got 38 catamarans, and then in ARC January we've got 16 catamarans, much more popular cruising boat than they used to be, say, 20 years ago. And one of the really great things about the events is that we have a lot of children on them. And this year we've got 26 children on 15 boats in the ARC, and then 11 children on 6 boats in ARC January. They really do help create a very special atmosphere, not only just amongst those boats with children, but amongst the fleet. And it's always a great at the prize giving at the end of the event to see all the children come up on stage together, and recognizing their achievement of actually being on the boat sailing across the Atlantic at the ages that they are is really something very special indeed.
And also too that they've had a multicultural experience, which we all know that travel, whether you sail or you fly, it's certainly a really great teacher and exposure. I want to ask you your expert tips for those who are participating in the ARC. What are your expert tips?
Well, the first tip is about boat preparation. It's really important that even if you know your boat well, that you get to know it better. If you're fitting new equipment to the boat, don't wait until the last minute. Do it well in advance so that you've got the opportunity to trial it on your way down to Gran Canaria before the start. Think about your crew very carefully. Your closest friend and next door neighbor isn't necessarily the best person to take sailing with you. You need to have the right mix of skill sets on board. And sometimes it's a good idea to actually take people that you do that well, so get to know them during the crossing. So think very carefully about the crew that you're taking and the number of crew that you have. The event is full of boats that are sailed by just a couple who see it as their dream ambition to sail across the Atlantic together, and perhaps on around the world just as a couple. And then there are other boats that are fully crewed with maybe as many as 10 or even 12 people on. So very, very different sizes of boats and sizes of crews. And that get to Gran Canaria in good time to explore the Canaries. Don't just leave it until the last minute. And also leave plenty of time to explore the Caribbean on arrival. What we find is that the boats definitely split into 2 groups. There are those that are more racing and more professional who head north as soon as they get to the Caribbean. But for a cruising boat, really, you've made landfall in St. Lucia, head south, enjoy the southern Caribbean, and then come back to St. Lucia and spend more time in St. Lucia before leaving at the end of the season. It's a really fantastic opportunity to enjoy some great sailing, and the better prepared you are for the trip, then the more that you'll enjoy it.
Andrew Bishop, you are not just family to us here in St. Lucia, you're also an ambassador for the Caribbean. And we'd like to thank you very much for your participation, your input, your sacrifices over the years in making the ARC what it is today. Thank you very much for speaking with us today. Andrew Bishop has been my guest. He's the managing director of the World Cruising Club.
Thank you very much, Richard. It's been a pleasure, and we look forward to arriving in November, early December with the Ark this year.
We'll see you soon. Sean, isn't that amazing? I mean, it's so amazing that you were able to execute the arc last time. Aren't you excited about this one?
Yes, definitely, Richard. It was a test and testimony, I should say, as to what we can do. We are very happy this year that the ARC has changed course slightly in terms of its events. You may have heard Andrew mention earlier on about the January ARC event. We're very proud to have partnered with World Cruising Club for many years. And this year, the news, which you may have realized is now adding another event in January, is even more exciting for us. What it does is allows us to expand that event. So we used to have the ARC Plus in December, along with the ARC. Those two events outgrew each other. And what happened is that their identities got merged. Andrew has now decided to put on another event which is ARC January, which, as he mentioned earlier on, is already at 55 boats within the first year of registration. Our World Cruising Club and the ARC Plus event only had a maximum, I think, of about 70 boats. So this event in January could get to as big as the regular ARC, which we know in December. So now we have three events: the regular ARC, the World ARC, which is the only event that World Cruising Club puts on that has the start and the end at the same destination, which is beautiful St. Lucia. And now we have January ARC, which we're looking forward to planning amongst the COVID protocols, which we're following with the Ministry of Health and the government of St. Lucia.
That's excellent. We're very pleased about that. And let me tell you, one of the things that folks need when they get to St. Lucia, sometimes they don't bring their own yacht. So it's good to know that we have some great suppliers on island. And by the way, we're going to take a look at just one of those options right now. Let's now take a look at the moorings, St. Lucia. So at this time, we're having a chat with Lynn Volney. She is the base manager here at the moorings. Lynn, how are you doing today?
I'm doing really great, super great actually.
Fantastic.
Sitting on this lovely yacht.
Of
Makes
course.
me feel so excited, ready to sail.
What could be better than this? Nothing at all. I agree with you. How long have you worked with the moorings?
I've worked with the moorings for 32 years. I started as a baby.
Did you say you're 32 years old?
Basically.
Wow.
Yes.
All right, so tell us about the moorings now. What do you offer here in St. Lucia? And right now we're at the IGY Marina. What do you offer here?
We offer the best selling vacation in the world.
Prove it.
Prove it. Okay.
Why do you say that?
Because we have the unique type of yachts that nobody else has. We have leopard, which is basically built for the moorings, strictly for the moorings. Leopard catamarans. Then we have the Beneteaus, or the catamarans, and then we have the monohulls, which is Beneteau and Oceanis as well.
Which is most popular? Because I know the catamaran gives you that smooth sailing, and they're unsinkable, eh?
Unsinkable.
Because of the two hulls.
We've moved a lot from the sailing, from the monohulls to the catamarans. A lot of people love to come and have a party. It's like a hotel on the yacht.
There
so you can
go.
do both aspects.
There
you
you
have
go.
fun and then you sail. Then as well we get the hardcore sailors who remain hardcore sailors and they take the sailing yacht, which is also the sand sail part of it. Who does it?
Tell us
Both
a little bit
moorings
more
and
about.
sand sail.
Tell us a little bit more. That's your second brand,
Yeah, the second
Sunsail.
one. Sunsail is more like an adventurous part, fun type of sailors who just go all out. As well, the moorings do the same, but moorings is more like luxurious. The feature of the boat is different. We provide a captain and a cook, an all-inclusive package, which only the moorings does. You have a chef, you have a hostess, you have a captain, and you pay for all of this together, all-inclusive. You choose your meal, gourmet meal, all kinds of stuff on that. But the Sunsail is, you can also have a captain and a cook, and you can also do it yourself, but you don't get that all-inclusive package with the Sunsail. So the moorings offer that brand, and they also offer the captain and the cook separately.
Well, that's what everybody wants. Everybody wants options, right? Because
Very
sailors are different, you know. They have their different preferences as well. And anything else that you find them talking about a lot? What are they saying these days when they come back in from sailing, having that moorings experience?
Well,
what inspires them about St. Lucia?
Just being on the water. They love the pitons. Definitely, they love the going between the snorkeling. And Scotian is one of the best snorkeling area on the island. They love doing that, the diving, being able to meet with the locals. They enjoy doing this a whole lot. Climbing the pitons, doing the mud bath. They do some of that as well. But most people just stay around the coastline of St. Lucia, just swimming, snorkeling, going out, doing the sails, coming back, and then they go to the Grenadines after.
Fantastic. The Grenadines are gorgeous,
Great.
aren't
Yes.
they? So, and certainly we do offer, with those all-inclusive packages, you offer the convenience. They have
Definitely.
everything that they need, right?
Everything
Now,
they-
take off your glasses, because I want to look into your eyes now. Tell me, what about St. Lucia really inspires you?
Oh, St. Lucia is very beautiful. One of the most unique country I've ever seen. So the pitons, the driving volcano, beautiful water, white sandy beach, we have it here. And
She's
that's
paradise.
what everybody coming to, St. Lucia.
Thank you so much. We've been speaking with Lynn Volney. She's the base manager here at the moorings in St. Lucia. Next time you're looking to sail away, this is a really great option. Wow. Amazing, eh, Sean? Amazing.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Brilliant. And you know, we do have quite a number of companies in St. Lucia with long tenures as well. So Cox and Company, they do yachting services, Ben's Yacht Services, DSL or Destination St. Lucia. They've been around this is their 30th anniversary year, actually. Harmony Yacht Services, First for Sale. There are some really good entities. And by the way, jump in the chat if you need more information on these companies, if you need more information on the marina, more information on the ARC, the Atlantic Rally for Cruisers, drop it in the chat. Our team and our experts that are on today are only too happy to steer you in the right direction. Listen, it's time now to set our course to 14 degrees north and 61 degrees west. We are heading to a very, very famous, internationally renowned movie set. It's also one of the, I think it's, what do you think, Sean? Isn't this the most beautiful bay in the Caribbean? I know you have a slight bias, but remember you're SLHTA today. Don't you think Marigot Bay is absolutely one of the most beautiful bays?
Definitely.
Sean, we're waiting.
No, Richard, and I definitely definitely say that Marigot is one of the most beautiful bays in the Caribbean, but also it has a unique offering. Yes, the slight bias to IGY, but as a destination, the two offerings between the Rodney Bay Marina and the Marigot Bay Marina, what they can offer the client is really unique. And there are not many destinations in the Caribbean where you can go and get the amenities that you need at Rodney Bay, but you can also then sail shortly down to Marigot Bay and get the tranquility, the comfort of a nice hotel to the stern of your boat, and the restaurants and bars within a very short dinghy ride and safe anchorage. Just like Rodney Bay and most of St. Lucia's very safe anchorages, especially this time of year, where we look forward to offering that to any of the cruisers on any size vessel here in St. Lucia.
Absolutely. So today we're not sharing with you a dock. We are sharing with you an entire destination. Let's now head into Marigot Bay, gorgeous location, and we're going to hear from the marina manager, Troy Blanchard. Let's go into Marigot Bay.
We like to think of Marigot Bay Marina as more than just a berthing destination. This is more than just a dock you bring your boat to. if you're staying for a week, 2 weeks, you're really buying into a 5-star resort. So this marriage exists between the hotel, being a 5-star resort, and the marina. It's a world-class marina able to provide all the services of any sailboat or any yacht. So really, guests of the marina are automatically guests of the hotel. So captain, crew members, owners, you could walk off your vessel and go up to the hotel. You could patronize a spa. You can use our fitness center. You could dine at the restaurants. You could use our bars. All of that is available to you as guests of the marina. And I think that helps to really set Marigot Bay Resort and Marina apart from really the other competition in the region, right? It stands out as that unique selling point that makes Marigot Bay truly special. Marigot Bay Marina is special. We provide service that is second to none for our sailors and our yacht men and women coming in. For example, any yacht coming in that's measuring 80 feet and above, we gift them with an extraordinary welcome. We give them a bouquet of flowers, freshly baked cookies, compliments our executive chef, and we also give them a bucket of beers as well. And that's unheard of. I have traveled to so many marinas around the region and internationally as well. I attend so many boat shows per year, and I've really never seen that level of service duplicated in any way I've been to, right? And some of our guests who come in, they expect that. We've already spoiled them, and they return and they ask about that service because it's truly special, right? So that service really sets us apart, and we provide that second to none service at Marigot Bay. We're also a world-renowned hurricane hold marina as well. So if you look around at the cove, you notice the hills and mountains, they measure about 450 feet in height. It cuts down the wind speed to 1/3 of a storm. And this has been tested and proven year after year after year since we started recording weather systems that come through. So if you're a sailor, you're a yacht man or woman looking for this safe and secure spot to bring your boat to, well, really, Marigot Bay Marina is it. You're protected, you're sheltered. There's also no swell or surge in Marigot, period. So even if on the outside there are 10 and 12 feet waves lashing against the mountains and the hills, because the cove is designed in an S format, the beach area and the design of the cove cuts down that swell, cuts down that wave coming in. So on the inside, you're really sheltered and protected. If you're inside your boat and there's a system passing through, you wouldn't even know unless somebody tells you about it. That's how safe and calm and secure Marigot Bay Marina really is. The yachting industry is really a small community in St. Lucia, unfortunately, and we're hoping that more persons buy into this product and study and do their research and really grow and help to build the yachting sector in St. Lucia. I've had a wonderful opportunity to grow in this business, and I've had so many wonderful experiences of meeting unique people, celebrities, stars alike. They visit Marigot Bay on their yachts and they really enjoy it. So being in this industry, being in this field has given me a unique opportunity to meet some extraordinary, wonderful people, but also to grow and excel in a sector that is truly unique on the island. So at Marigot Bay, we're a world-class marina. We're able to provide all the services of any other world-class marina around the world. So we can provide shore power, electricity if your boat is just 26 feet, or you have a mega yacht, we can service you. If you need someone to dive your bottom and clean the barnacles off your hull, we can do that as well. If you need internet connected, Wi-Fi, all of those things are available to you, right? The biggest boats we can accommodate here at Marigot can measure up to 280 feet in length. So we can do the real mega yachts. We're also a naturally deep harbor as well. So if you have a J-class yacht or a Perini Navy or any other deep drafted sailing vessel, give us a call and visit Marigot Bay. We can accommodate you and make sure you are able to have all the services you need to make your stay truly comfortable.
See the penguins jumping off the white ice floe. Would you come to Spain with me? To sunny islands where dolphins jump around your boat. We could even hear some waves. We could.
Don't you just want to sail? Absolutely. So we are taking you along today. And I tell you what, the Atlantic Rally for Cruisers, they definitely have been working to involve as many young people as possible to the whole maritime lifestyle and learning how to sail. There are really some good skills and discipline as a result. Now, there is one entity in St. Lucia. Actually, it's not the only one, but it's a really good one. Just Sail Foundation, they literally have a program that helps at-risk youth here in St. Lucia, and we're going to join them right now so that we can see what that program is about and how you can get involved.
Sailing, I have to admit, has never been something I was ever interested in until I joined the Just Sail program. And then whilst on the water, I immediately fell in love with it.
The Just Sail Youth Training Program is a 6-week program. It involves our trainees learning to swim and getting certified in Swim to Survive, an international crew certificate through International Yacht Training Worldwide. We also focus on individual personal development. A lot of the young people that come to us, they've been unemployed for significant lengths of time, and we see huge change in them in the 6 weeks that they're with us. So we feel very proud of the fact that there are a lot of our graduates now working in various companies and businesses around the marina. So when people come here by boat, they get to experience the real St. Lucia through the young people that they'll get to meet.
Just Sail Youth Training Program this is a niche that is not very common, an area of training for which there is significant demand in St. Lucia. This training program now being delivered by an employer ensures that the trainees get the type of real-world exposure that you need, and I really believe that optimizes their retention and their acclimatization as quickly as possible into their full-time employment opportunities.
So I came into the Just Sail Youth program not knowing anything at all about a boat. And we first started with our soft skill program where we learned basically to work as a group and what it's like to be out there on the water. And I am happy I did it. I could now say that I know something apart from working in an office. I know how to sail, I know how to tie fenders, I know how to tie ropes. After the program, I did 2 internships, and as a result, I am now employed with Carnival Sailing for almost 2 years now.
Right now, I am at a job that I adore. I guess what I can say right now is thank you, Just Sail.
The future is exciting for Just Sail because we're learning from our students. We're learning that there are certain things that they require. We believe St. Lucia has everything it needs. We just have to make sure that with our students they understand that we care about them. They're responsible for themselves, and we really want them to fulfill their dreams and their aspirations. And sailing is one way of starting to actually do that.
That is truly inspiring. Did you hear when he said, right now I'm doing a job that I absolutely adore? Man, that is, I mean, the investment in our young people and the culture of maritime is what Just Sail is all about. Take a look at their Facebook page and be mindful of the spelling. There's no T in it. JUSSAIL. They're on Facebook, and we'll drop the website in the chat as well. And if you have any questions, they are on as well. Listen, it is time for you to stay in touch with us. We have a lot more to share with you. And please make sure that you're subscribing to our YouTube channel. It's Travel St. Lucia right down below. And click on that bell so that you get notifications. Also, for our previous speakers, if you have a question on Marigo Bay, IGY Marina, the Ark, etc., please remember you can drop that in the chat and we'll take good care of it. And also, there is a huge book on the Ark, the story of the Ark, which I know all the aficionados would love to have. There are going to be some copies being given away, so stay tuned. Listen, it is time now, though. Did you know that Chairman's Reserve is St. Lucia's signature rum blend, and it is produced by St. Lucia Distillers, which is located in the Roseau Valley, and they feature a portfolio of well over 25 rums. And actually, I have one of them right here, but I want to show you this one, which is part of their Eco series. And they're well known for doing a limited edition rum. They did one for many of you sailors who have been with us before. The Llewellyn Xavier was all the rage and it has sold out. Now, this one features the work of one of our local artists, Daniel Jean-Baptiste, who typically does his paintings on silk and other fabrics, but this now has been transposed to a fabulous rum bottle, and you saw it there. $5 from the purchase of each bottle goes to the research and conservation efforts of this, the Jacko, or Amazona versicolor, the national bird of St. Lucia, one of the most beautiful parrots in the world, but you wouldn't expect any less from us. St. Lucia, she's gorgeous. And by the way, remember we spoke about Rodney Bay Marina earlier? Well, this one is named after Admiral Rodney, who was a British admiral who he didn't really like the French much. No judgments here, just giving you the history as it was. And of course, the fort at Pigeon Island is set up in his honor. And this actually is the Battle of the Saints, 1782, and features rums that have been aged between 5 to 9 years. So another fabulous rum. Do you know how rum is produced? And have you been to see it? Well, we do have a fabulous tour of the distillery when you come. I'm not being cliche, but we know that spirits are important when you're out on the sea. Here it is, St. Lucia Distillers in the Roseau Valley. And you know, St. Lucia has had a long history of growing sugarcane. And as you get into the rum tour experience, there's Jacko, the national bird, and you do get a sense of our culture. It really, let me tell you, stories sell, and that's why we travel, because we want to learn about new things, new people, and certainly stories to tell, right? And so as they put the cane juice in, it then is crushed, fermented, they add yeast, and then they want to distill it down. This is the fermentation area, so you get a chance to walk through that. And certainly, if you have a group, you are able to do a very, very detailed rum tasting if you'd like. I mean, some of those rums are as smooth as a cognac. You certainly would have them neat. But this is the kind of tour for someone who really wants to experience a little bit more beyond the shores and the mountains of St. Lucia. So that's fabulous. St. Lucia Distillers, you're going to enjoy that when you come. Sean, right? There's no sailing without rum, is there?
No, definitely not. I encourage everybody to try out the brands, try them out, and I'm sure you'll be carrying a few bottles back home with you.
Perfect. So Sean, cheers, man. It's been such a great ride having you with us. Let us know what your last words are. What would you say to folks that are considering St. Lucia as a sailing destination?
Well, I think we've summed it up in this presentation, but I'll just say it again that St. Lucia is ideally located. We're a beautiful country, both physically and internally. Our people are some of the most hospitable in the Caribbean. We have the full service and amenities that a yachtsman or crew or owner would require. And we have the flights that you spoke about earlier on. We're ideally located. The Southern Caribbean has really been untouched and yet to be explored. And so I just encourage anybody, if you have any questions, drop them in the chat below. Contact us at rbm@igymarinas.com or Marigo Marina, and we'll be happy to help you and welcome you to St. Lucia, to our shores.
Thank you, Sean. And we're going to have all the links in the chat, so that will be helpful to the audience as well. Thank you very much for joining us today. We're going to set sail again. Everybody grab your compass. Speaking of location, we are heading to the south. It's time now to go down to Soufriere, which is where you find our Twin Peaks, the Pitons. Let's head in to a region which is managed by the Soufriere Marine Management Authority. And this is actually where you have our world famous mud bath and some really great diving as well. Let's take a look. Let's hear from the chairman of the SMMA, Ricky Alexander.
The Soufrière Marine Management Area, the SMMA, is part of a network of 285 MPAs, marine protected areas within the Lesser Antilles, the Central Caribbean, including Belize and the Turks and Caicos Islands. Marine protected areas are areas of the ocean that are restricted or prohibited for the purposes of environmental protection, for socio-economic benefits, and of course for cultural resources as well. At the SMMA, we manage an area of 11 kilometers of water, coastline, which includes marine reserves, fishing priority area, recreational areas, and multi-purpose areas. All of this is designed to ensure that we protect the marine ecosystem in a manner that is socially acceptable, environmentally sound, and of course economically feasible. At the SMMA, we take an integrated approach to the resource. We have set up numerous moorings and buoys so that yachts, dayboat charters who use the marine space in a sustainable manner can anchor in this to avoid that their anchors from damaging or impacting the coral reefs. So the yachties, when they come here, they are within an area that has amazing biodiversity, unique geographical features, beauty and splendor. They can afford to see the wonderful scenery and the recreational activities. They can go to the pitons, the botanical garden, they can tour the rainforest, and of course the warmth and hospitality of the people, as well as the safety within which they are able to function, all adds to the mystique and the beauty of our wonderful community of Soufrière and what we do within the SMMA. We want to encourage and employ people to come and see what we have to offer, enjoy that beauty and that splendor. We have wonderful dive sites, snorkeling, underwater scenery, amazing activity, and all is done within. We have our marine rangers who are committed and passionate about what they do in terms of environmental conservation and ensuring that within the SMMA, the marine protected area, that the use of the area is done in a manner that leads to environmental protection and of course sustainability. What sailors can expect when they come here in Soufrière, in our wonderful community, is most importantly they have a safe area in which they can use our moorings and to stay. And safety is a critical element of what we do to ensure that sailors and our guests are comfortable and are relaxed as well as they enjoy the beautiful area. Of course, the area within the SMMA, it's full of rich biodiversity, of healthy reefs, amazing dive sites, in which that we have also wonderful services. We have the Soufrière Yacht Servicing Association. These are the boat guys who are authorized to provide that kind of hospitality and assistance to sailors and yachtsmen, so that all the things that they need, the services, whether it's ice, whether it is bread, food and fruits and vegetables, all of that is provided. So we provide an array of services within comfort and experience within a safe and relaxed environment. As a conservationalist, it gives me great joy to see that we can take care of Mother Nature, take care of our natural resources in a sustainable way, to ensure that we manage it for the use of all the users, for recreational purposes, for the community, so that they can enjoy the beaches, they can have a wonderful, relaxed environment, for our sailors and our yachtsmen, for those who snorkel and scuba dive. And so it is a joy and pleasure for us at the SMMA with the rangers and our staff to ensure that visitors get an amazing experience that will forever echo in the chambers of the mind. So it gives us great joy to see that we manage this area in a sustainable manner, and so we urge them when they come in to be able to pay their mooring fees and the yacht conservation fees and the entrance fees to the marine park so that they can enjoy the wonderful use of the park. So we can keep it sustainable, we can ensure that the environmental benefits and protection, the conservation of fisheries, which is important for sustaining livelihoods, a rich source of protein for our farmers, for our fishermen, and the vegetables and fruits from our farmers as well are services that our yachts people and of course our sailors can enjoy. As part of our program and activities in managing the SMMA, our marine protected area, we have the demarcation that we do to ensure that we have snorkeling, recreational areas, fishing priority areas. All of that is managed within a sustainable manner. And of course, programs of education and awareness and sensitization so that we ensure that the residents, the people, understand the importance of the marine space, understand the importance of conserving the natural resource. The SMMA is part of the World Heritage Site, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, which includes the Sulphur Springs Park and the Piton. So the SMMA aspect of the World Heritage Site is the beautiful underwater scenery, the fisheries, the coral reefs, the dive sites, and all that wonderful experience that we have here. So we invite yachties, we invite visitors to come in and enjoy and get that beautiful experience within a World Heritage Site setting, and of course the beautiful ambience, the joy, the splendor of the picturesque sites will ensure that you have an amazing experience that we will never forget.
See the penguins jumping off the wide ice floe. Would you care to spray with me to sunny islands where dolphins jump around your boat? We could.
Love it. And you see, for us in St. Lucia, sailing and tourism generally is a community affair. And so certainly those linkages are very, very important to us. So as you step off your yacht in Soufriere, then you can't forget that there is a great variety of restaurants. Orlando's, there is Fondue, there is the Mango Tree. And then when you get to Marigot Bay, then you have Doolittle's, named after that famous movie that was partially shot there, Dr. Doolittle. I know that's taking you back in the day. But also JJ's Paradise, which has a wicked crab night, if I can use wicked in a very positive way for once in life. And then Chateau Migo. There are some really good options, and certainly in the north, as we mentioned. So really important. So are you now ready? Are you ready to come to St. Lucia? Well, you better be ready, because some of you are going to be winning some really good prizes. Let's now check in with Nicole. She is ready to take us through who is packing their bag and lifting their sails coming to St. Lucia. Nicole, what do you have for us?
Ahoy! Inspirational event. We have 14 amazing prizes to give away today. So if you're still with us, thank you for being here today and for allowing us to inspire you. All registrants have been entered into a random selector, and my team will go ahead and assist me with selecting the winners. To all our sailing and yachting enthusiasts, good luck. Our first prize, as you can see on the screen, is a $100 gift voucher courtesy of the St. Lucia Tourism Authority. And the winner is Debbie Poisson. Congratulations, Debbie Poisson. You have just won yourself a $100 gift voucher courtesy of the St. Lucia Tourism Authority. Our second prize is a copy of Wave Upon Wave, courtesy of the World Cruising Club. This is a book which celebrates 30 years of the Atlantic Raleigh for cruisers. And the winner of this second prize is Harv Sethi. Congratulations, Harv Sethi. You have just won yourself a Wave Upon Wave, courtesy of World Cruising Club. Our third prize is a lovely brunch for two at Cafe Ole in the IGY Marina in Rodney Bay. And the winner of this third prize is... The winner is John Dinner. Congratulations, John Dinner. You've just won yourself brunch for two at Cafe Ole in the IGY Marina in Rodney Bay. Our fourth prize is a bottle of Chairman's Reserve rum, courtesy of the St. Lucia Tourism Authority. And the winner of this fourth prize is Karen Dos Remidos. Congratulations, Karen Dos Remidos. You've just won yourself a bottle of Chairman's Reserve rum, courtesy of the St. Lucia Tourism Authority. Our fifth prize is another Wave Upon Wave book, courtesy of World Cruising Club. And the winner of prize number 5 is Patricia Kirkpatrick. Congratulations, Patricia Kirkpatrick. You have just won yourself a copy of Wave Upon Wave, courtesy of World Cruising Club. Prize number 6 is an incredible 2 nights complimentary berthing at the Marigot Bay Marina. Ooh. And the winner of prize number 6 is Angie Vez. Congratulations, Angie Vez. You have just won yourself 2 nights complimentary berthing at Marigot Bay Marina. Prize number 7 is another copy of Wave Upon Wave, courtesy of World Cruising Club. And the winner of this prize is Jerome Ivano. Congratulations, Jerome Ivano. You've just won yourself a copy of Wave Upon Wave, courtesy of World Cruising Club. Moving on to prize number 8, we've got another bottle of Chairman's Reserve rum, courtesy of St. Lucia Tourism Authority, to give away. And the winner of this bottle of rum is Lorna Duncan. Congratulations, Lorna Duncan. You have just won yourself a bottle of Chairman's Reserve rum, courtesy of the St. Lucia Tourism Authority. Prize number 9 is another copy of Wave Upon Wave, courtesy of World Cruising Club. And the winner of prize number 9 is Jen Boisia. Congratulations, Jen Boisia. You have just won yourself a copy of Wave Upon Wave, courtesy of World Cruising Club. Prize number 10 is a picture of margaritas at Cafe Ole at the IGY Marina in Rodney Bay. And the winner of prize number 10 is James Carl Owens. Congratulations, James Carl Owens. You've just won yourself a picture of margaritas at Cafe Ole at the IGY Marina in Rodney Bay. Prize number 11, it's another $100 gift voucher, courtesy of the St. Lucia Tourism Authority. And the winner of this $100 gift voucher is Joanne Summit. Congratulations, Joanne Summit. You have just won yourself a $100 gift voucher, courtesy of the St. Lucia Tourism Authority. Prize number 12 is one 8x8 framed artwork in the paper art style of paper cut and layering, courtesy of Paper Designs in the IGY Marina in Rodney Bay. And the winner of this beautiful artwork is Christoph Koot. Congratulations, Christoph Koot. You have just won yourself this framed artwork, courtesy of Paper Designs. Prize number 13 is another Wave Upon Wave book, courtesy of World Cruising Club. And the winner of this book is Kate Marshall. Congratulations, Kate Marshall. You have just won yourself a copy of Wave Upon Wave, courtesy of World Cruising Club. And our final prize for today is 7 nights complimentary berthing at the IGY Marina in Rodney Bay. Can we see you get excited in the chat? And the winner of this prize is, drum roll, Susan Jeske. Congratulations, Susan Jeske. You've just won yourself 7 nights complimentary berthing at the IGY Marina in Rodney Bay. Congratulations to all our winners. Thank you so much for being here with us today. And over to you, Richard.
To all our winners. Listen, we are hereby extending an invitation to you to come and see us right here in St. Lucia. As you heard today, we have the quality, the experiences, and life is really all about those people that you meet. And let me just tell you, St. Lucia is ready to inspire you. And as the cliche goes, if your ship doesn't come in, swim out to it. It's time to see you in St. Lucia until our very next adventure, where we're going to be introducing you to some fabulous culinary and arts scene here in St. Lucia. I want to wish you, on behalf of our team, the global sales team of the St. Lucia Tourism Authority, smooth sailing, and always let her inspire you.
See you in St. Lucia.